romance. And she sings.
This is what you have done to
What I've done? What do you mean what I've done? I love you. I told you so. That's all I've done. Help her, that's all. Oh, yeah, please. Let's just sing.
You turn
Who told you you could sing?
and then
Oh, please, don't sing.
make me capitulate.
Capitulate. I'm not familiar with that word. It sounds very peculiar to me.
But the view increase my heart. There's no peace of mind left to me.
Why don't you go on the stage, James? You're very well. Wonderful. You're frightening the fishes, Doctor.
How can I come when I love you so much less? I hate you.
Shut up!
Oh, Nick. Oh, look what you've done.
My sympathies are with the fishes.
Nick, oh, stop it.
I won't stop it.
Oh, please, come on. We have to go back to the house.
Look, this is what you have done to me.
Be quiet, Emma. We've been down here.
My dear, if every little frog and every little worm for 20 miles round doesn't know you've been down here, I'll follow the gramophone.
All right, follow.
Mind the mushrooms, dear, and those thin shoes. Still stargazing, Ronson?
Yes?
You outdoor men don't like a roof over your heads, do you?
No, not with such a good one over us all.
No, Portly. You know that stuff's poison for you if you won't take any exercise.
Hang it all, Graham. I didn't ask you down here as my doctor, but as one of my oldest friends. Come on, here's port, just one cup.
Poison's poison. 1 cup of 50 if you won't take exercise.
Exercise be had. Found you, bully. A man can't poison himself in his own house.
Oh, Dr. Graham's bullying your poor uncle again. Come on, let's cheer him up.
You go. The sight of me never helps him.
I shouldn't have married you, George. I should have adopted you.
You're being very unfair, Kitty. I thought you should be the first to know.
But I don't want to know.
Would you like me to deceive you?
You couldn't deceive a waxwork. You'd only exasperate it. You know you're going to ruin our vacation in Europe. Now then, you two are going to ruin the weekend down here if you go on like this. What is the matter?
Oh,
well,
nothing.
Judy, you were on the boat with us coming over. And you know how much I saw of my devoted husband. Well, he's just told me that that blonde who got off at Cherbourg has a successor. Oh, well, it isn't his fault. I bet she's running after him.
Who was that? Young Randall. Hanging about waiting for you. Look here, Stephanie. I didn't want to come to this place at all.
You could have stayed at home.
And let you come here alone? Oh, thank you.
Good evening, Jackson.
Good evening, lady. Good evening, Sir John.
Evening, Jackson.
Scandal. That must be the Fitzmaurice woman.
Hello.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Fitz. How are you? May I introduce Miss Judith Rogers, Colonel Sir John Fitzmaurice, Lady Stephanie Fitzmaurice.
I've heard a great deal about you, Miss Rogers. And I've you. Is this your first visit to Stonehenge? Yes. And I love the place already.
Mr. and Mrs. Drayton, Colonel Sir John
How do you
Fitzmaurice.
do?
How do you do?
That confounded woman, I hoped you wasn't coming.
I understand, Sir John, you're in the Guards. Must be thrilling guarding the palace day and night.
Now, look here, young man. None of your monkey tricks tonight.
When the Guards go to the top, do they really wear those tall, fuzzy helmets? Good evening, Mrs. Graham. Careful, Doctor, you might win. Then you'll have nothing to do all the evening.
By the way, Stephanie, you don't have Ronson, do you?
Not the Ronson. Ivan Ronson, the explorer.
Yes. Lady Stephanie Fitzmaurice.
How do you do?
How do you do? Oh, it was frozen.
I thought you spent your life among the icebergs.
Sometimes society's thin ice is a pleasant change.
Oh, and why are you so upset?
Upset? She's the most shameless hussy I've ever met. I met a few in my time. Snatched him away under your very nose.
Oh, she's known him longer than I have. And I can't blame Nick for admiring her.
Admiring her? She's clever, unscrupulous, and dangerous.
Dangerous?
Oh, the boy's not made of stone. He's my nephew. She'll have him in the divorce court before he knows where he is. Unless he gets himself safely married first.
Oh, is marriage so safe?
Oh, cynic.
No, I was only wondering.
A young woman of your age has got no business to wonder.
Here. That'll do. Stop this hanging about. Hop it.
More coffee for his lordship. Strong.
Where are you going?
That's my business.
Yeah, and a dirty, rotten business, too. I know where you're going.
What do you want to ask me for?
Look here, I've stood about enough of desire.
Oh, stop your nagging, can't you? Driving me silly.
Driving you silly? Well, you're driving me mad, that's what you're doing. I'll tell you straight. Somebody's going to get more than nagging next time I catch you.
You know, I did not know Miss Rogers was your niece.
She isn't. She's no relation. But I knew her father very well. And she takes advantage of it to call me uncle. Uncle Portley. Dashed impertinence. Still, she's a clever girl. Her father, splendid chap, but no head for business, left her nothing. And she's earned her own living ever since, hasn't she?
Indeed, and how?
Interior decorating.
Oh, very interesting.
Yes, I've had 5 years very hard work. Now I'm over here with the Drapers on a vacation.
Will you excuse me, please? I must find my wife.
Oh, quite.
Hello, Fitz. Lost your wife?
Yes.
You'll find her in the garden.
Thank you.
You're in love with her.
Yes.
You're going to marry her?
If she'll have me,
She'll have you all right.
we'll just have to forget.
That's the one thing I can never do. Never. I love you, Nick. It's the only thing I'm aware of in my life. Nothing you do can alter that.
I'm awfully sorry, Steph.
Perhaps I ought to be glad you're getting married.
Why?
Oh, dear. No marriage is ever what you think it's going to be. Difficulties crop up. It's rather like a steeplechase. Everybody gets over the honeymoon hurdle. There are others to come and people fall. You may. And when you do, you'll need someone to pick you up.
I hope you're not having a dull weekend. You seem to be just looking on.
You have in English a saying, the one who looks on sees most. No?
You saw me send Sir John after his wife, and she's after Nick. She'll catch it.
Or Nick.
Nick.
Perhaps I shouldn't have sent Sir John out.
Stabbed.
Who by?
The cook. The butler had hold of me. Badly hurt?
I don't know yet.
What is it? The cook stabbed a maid.
A thing like that to happen at Stony.
certain problem with a vengeance.
Oh, my dear, be yourself. We're all sisters under the skin.
Put her in one of the spare rooms.
You want me here?
No, we don't want anyone.
Is everything going to be all right?
I think so. It was a narrow escape. You were not so anxious to see as the others. No, you have not the morbid curiosity of the crowd.
No, because I always think there, but for the grace of God goes Judy. Why do you suppose it happened?
Jealousy.
Jealousy? As frantic as that? What's beyond me?
Jealousy is a wild beast.
I thought this place was peaceful.
Oh, here it is still peaceful.
This primitive passion, it causes us havoc. I don't understand it.
That's just the trouble. You don't.
Not all marriages are like these.
How did you know what I was thinking?
I have been alone so much. I have found words are not so necessary, except sometimes to hide one's thoughts.
I wouldn't try to hide any from you. I couldn't.
I hope she's not badly hurt. Poor little maid.
You mean that poor little wife? The maid will get over it. The wife may carry the scar all her life. Isn't some perfect understanding possible? Isn't there any way to make sure that a marriage will last? I mean, happy and fine.
No, there is no one way for everybody.
I hope I can find the answer for myself.
Oh, you will. I have been very happy watching your happiness in love.
You know?
Yes, I know.
Do you know that I love him so desperately that I'm afraid?
You are too courageous to be afraid for long.
I hope that's true.
I know it is.
Will she be all right, Doctor?
All right, there's no need for anxiety.
Good night, Dr. Ronson.
Doctor?
Yes, you've helped me too. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Sir John. Good night. Happy dreams, Uncle dear.
Thank you, my dear.
Good night, my dear.
Give that to Nick. Be a good boy, Georgie Cody. Good night, Kitty. Good night. Good night.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Uncle.
They're turning in, we'd better.
Good night.
Good night, boy. Good night. Time you're in bed, Doctor.
Nick.
You little wretch. What do you mean by trying to sneak off to bed without saying good night to me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Good night.
Oh, no, Judy, that's not enough.
Quiet.
I won't be quiet till you've answered my question.
What question?
What question? You don't know what. I've only asked you 99 times, that's all.
It's still beyond me.
When Mr. Ronson goes back to his icebergs, why don't you go with him? I wonder when and how Sir John asked her that question. What her dreams of the future were when she said yes.
Well, never mind about them, dear. Just you say yes.
The place is creeping with people. Graceful affair.
Pretty girl.
That's no excuse.
She can't help being pretty. The cook might have killed her.
The cook and her husband must have been in love once. And now look at the tragedy they've come to. I'm sorry about the way I acted tonight, George. Still, I don't blame you for falling for Judy.
With you women, you certainly amaze me.
I wouldn't mind if you and I could take things as lightly as Kitty and George. Then I shouldn't be afraid.
But what have you and I got to be afraid of? You look into yourself too much, Judy, darling. Listen, I'm going to be here for a whole week. And I'm not going to let you go with the others, whatever you say tomorrow.
You've had a lucky escape, all of you. You and your wife had better come and see me in the morning.
Yes, my lord.
Judy, say you'll stay.
I told you I'd think about it.
But I can't face a night of suspense.
Oh, Nick.
Besides confounded nonsense, touching my toes at my time of life. Hello. I thought you'd gone to bed.
I was held up. Do you know it's safer in America?
Uncle asked Judy to stay on this week.
I have asked her, and she said she would.
Oh, one day I'll wring your neck. Uncle, isn't it about time you were in bed?
I'm going. Leaving young people about at this hour of the night. They didn't do it when I was a boy. Worse luck.
Oh, Judy. My sweet, I love you so terribly.
And I love you terribly.
Well, then, say yes.
Nick,
Suppose you and I came to hurt one another like these people tonight, and others I know.
Well, we shan't.
It seems the ones who love terribly hate terribly. Let's be sensible and wait.
Oh, who wants to be sensible?
I do. We're going to be down here for a week, a heavenly week. But you must promise me one thing. You won't ask me again. Not yet.
Well, I shan't have anything else to say.
But I'll go back with the Draytons unless you promise me. I mean it, promise.
All right.
Good night.
Oh, darling, there's just one more thing. Will you marry me?
Oh, Nick.
Good afternoon, milady.
Good afternoon, Briggs. Is Mr. Randall in?
Yes, milady, I think he is. No, milady, I think he's not.
Well, could you find out?
Yes, milady, I could. No, milady, I'm afraid I couldn't.
He's gone away and he won't be back for a month.
He's gone away, milady, and he won't be back for a month.
And you don't know where he's gone to.
And I don't know where he's gone to.
Does Lord Portley know?
Drat it, no. I beg your pardon, milady.
Oh, these are lovely.
Well, if you want a special kind of marriage, how do you propose to set about it?
Well, I don't think people ought to marry just because they're in love. You know, these have been repaired, but they're very good. It ought to be based on something much more stable, like friendship, companionship, sort of perfect understanding. Are these on the list?
Yeah. Yes. And then there'd be harmony from the word go.
No. People must differ. Harmony'd be deadly without discord. What's this? You know, Nick, the essential part of anybody's individual. We can only grow up out of our own experience. That's why marriage shouldn't stop experience. It's a funny thing. What is it?
That's an old scold's bridle, dear. It's what they used to fix on their women when they talk too much. We'll take that.
Oh, no, we won't.
Yes, we will. Yes, yes, yes. We'll take it.
Oh, well, this is full of old clothes.
Yes, it's been there since the house was built. Grandmothers and her grandmothers and her grandmothers.
Oh, it's lovely.
Judy, in your marriage ideas, how about jealousy?
Oh, there oughtn't to be any.
Well, wouldn't you ever be jealous?
I don't know. I've never been tried, but I know one sure thing. I'd be ashamed if I were. Selfish and petty. That's the trouble. Married people think they own one another. Nobody can own anyone else.
Why, Judy. Is it Judith Rogers saying these outrageous things, or is it my great-grandmother?
Maybe both. Maybe I'm speaking for the girl who wore her. She wouldn't have dared to have said it because she'd have had her head cut off. But you're not going to cut my head off because I'll go right on saying it.
Have I got it right?
Oh, what on earth does this mean?
Marriage contract. Never to be husband and wife, but lover and mistress.
And above everything else, to remain individual.
All right?
I think so.
Ah, I'll sign it.
No, those are my ideas.
All right, dear, you sign it. But as a matter of fact, you've converted me, you know.
Converted you?
Yes, converted me. Now, I call that a most original contract of marriage. See that? That's us.
Us?
Yes. Nicholas Randall, party of the first part, and Judith Rogers, part of the second party. Oh, well, dear, I suppose somebody will have to murmur a few words over it. But in the holy presence of your own ideals, you're my wife.
Bless my soul. Here they come. Where are those pits?
Here, my lord.
What the deuce are you doing? I'm not the bride. Give me the pin.
Go, both go. Oh.
Oh, darling, there's Ronson over there. I should say goodbye.
All right, Johnny, hurry up, will you? Nick, you're a mighty lucky man.
It was awfully nice of you to come with all the worries of your expedition.
I had to come just to wish you good luck.
Oh, thank you. You know, I think I feel as you do when you strike out into the unknown.
Come on, Judy.
Yes, darling. Goodbye and good luck.
Bye, darling. Oh, I hate to see you, but honestly, I wish you were marrying George, then we could all be together. Goodbye, George.
All right. Go now, no false flash. Goodbye with it. Look after that worthless young chap. And remember, it's up to you now.
No, both of us.
Oh, no, none of that. I'm sorry.
Eternal sunshine.
For darling?
No, darling, of course I'm not. I must say I would like to feel a little English rain on my face again.
Oh, that's a poor excuse. I'm glad we haven't got to play all our lives. It has been wonderful. And now it's like the end of the first chapter.
First hurdle.
What's that?
Nothing.
First hurdle. Ronson's back in London.
Yes, I noticed he was. They say his next trip's going to be the most important of his life. Wait. I'm sorry, old man, but you should look where you're going. What's your name, huh? Another foreign problem. We've been going around so much, I'm always a language or two behind.
Come see Emma.
Pedro.
Yes, well, I knew we'd get at it. Now listen, Pedro. If ever I have a little boy like you, as I was saying, if ever we have a little boy like you, he won't have quite the same eyes. No, they'll be gray and deep, with things going on behind them all the time. And his nose? No, his nose won't look quite like that either. It'll be just tilted up a little, as if he wished the mouth wasn't quite so attractive. And his ears. Well, maybe they'll be a little cleaner. Maybe he won't look like his mother at all. Maybe he'll just look intelligent and interesting.
Like his father.
Yes, like his father.
Grazie, signore.
Ah, the mail.
Buenos días, señor.
Yes. No. One for you, none for me, and none for Cousin Nanny.
And from Kitty. Canned postmark.
Can?
Oh, they want us to go down there. Oh, listen. You two bells have honeymooned far too long. Why don't you come down here for a holiday? You ask about George. Well, at last I realized that what was wrong with him was his curiosity. These sunbathing beauties on the beach leave nothing to his imagination, so now he's turned to speedboats. He and Nick would have a lot of fun together.
Oh, Judy, let's go.
Oh, I thought you were tired of the sunshine.
Oh, well, darling, it's different down there. Come on, just one more fling before we settle down.
Settle down?
Yes, dear, yes, to work.
All right, playboy. You get it all out of your system. But let me go back to London to get the flat ready.
Oh, darling, that's a perfectly horrible idea.
Oh, Nick, listen. Without you to distract me, I'll get done ever so much quicker. And then if I'm through in time, I'll join you.
Would you do that?
If I can. If I can't, well, you just have to come back to your little domestic wife in your brand new home.
Well, I don't want to be away from you, darling.
Nick, what about the contract?
The contract? Oh, yes, I've forgotten. Does Kitty say anything about the cocktail regatta? I've won it the last 2 years.
Yes, I know you have, but you mustn't go in for suicidal things now.
I think I heard mention of a little word, contract. I don't ask you to go in for it with me, you know.
Oh, but I'd rather. Then we'd both be killed together. But you being killed without me that I object to.
All right, darling, I won't. You win. You always do.
Oh, then it's decided. You're going to Cannes, and I'm going to London.
Well, I'll think about it.
Oh, here's a postscript. There's a grand scandal abroad, and by abroad I mean both, in the form of Our Lady Stephanie, who is flitting about Europe, Stan's husband. Gee, how I love that dame. Maybe she'll bump into her, but it won't be your palsy-walsy Kitty that takes the bump.
Ready for lunch?
Well?
You're going to have your laugh, Kitty. You're right. I'm hopeless. Lovesick. And I've just wired Judy to come.
Alas, Nicholas Randall, the great lover, has dwindled into a mere husband.
Well, Cannes a washout without Judy. Any place would be.
Look what I found.
What a delightful surprise. When did you arrive?
This morning. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Stephen. She made the trip over the mountains from St. Moritz all by herself. Drove all night. It's pretty good, eh?
I suppose Sir John is coming along with the rest of the baggage?
No, he's still in London, as far as I know.
Old Mama and Papa Drayton are going to take good care of all these lonely little husbands and wives. Now let's all have dinner together.
George, darling, tonight is our dinner with Aunt Agatha. She'll be terribly hurt if Nick doesn't come. And you know how Aunt Agatha is.
Who on earth is Aunt... Oh, Aunt Agatha. Of course. Well, in that case...
Been down here long?
A few days.
Enjoying it?
Yes.
I'm so glad. George tells me your wife isn't with you.
No, but she's coming.
Oh? George didn't tell me?
No, I didn't tell George.
My dear Nick, you don't suppose any grown woman ever meant those ideas?
Yes, I do.
How nice and boyish. They're very clever ideas.
Clever?
They got you.
No, you're wrong, Stephanie. Judy's the most sincere person I've ever met.
In that case, you're as free as the air. Must be very nice to realize you won't be letting Judy down, whatever you do.
Yep.
I can't understand, Nick. Why won't you enter for the race?
I promised Judy I wouldn't.
Hello. Oh, hello.
I hope we're not intruding.
Hello, George.
Here's a telegram that came early this morning.
Oh, thank you, George. Would you excuse me?
Of course, you're coming to watch your husband at my cocktail regatta this afternoon.
Oh, how lovely. I didn't know I was invited.
Well, certainly you must come. Judy not coming.
No.
Why?
She's doing the flat.
Must be nice to have such a domestic little wife. And you can't be sure.
What do you mean?
Well, with her ideas and sincerity.
Well, where is George? Which is his boat?
The brown boat with the white letters. This corner.
Nick's a wonder at handling that white verticals.
Take us to the hotel quickly. Oh, George, dearest. Are you hurt?
I'm all right, Kitty.